Healthy Food Prep. My name is Stephanie, and for today's food demo, I will be making an apple, cabbage, and edamame salad. The ingredients for this recipe are half a head of red cabbage, 2 medium-sized carrots, 2 Granny Smith apples, 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinaigrette. This consists of garlic, apple cider vinegar, extra virgin olive oil, honey, lemon juice, oregano, thyme, salt, and pepper. Half a cup of frozen edamame, which we'll cook later, and half a cup of water. The reasons I chose this recipe is one, because of its simplicity. It's really easy to make and it requires very little cooking. So it's a great side dish to learn, especially for those who are just learning how to cook. I also love that it's mostly just raw vegetables and raw fruit. This way we get to get all the beneficial vitamins and minerals. And another reason is because it can substitute for a regular coleslaw. So people who don't like regular coleslaw because of the mayo, they can use this as an alternative. So this recipe covers a variety of concepts discussed in both lab and lecture. One of them is sodium content, which we discussed about extensively. So for those who are following a specific diet, such as a low sodium diet or a DASH diet, this recipe fits that category. It's very low in sodium. There's less than a teaspoon of salt in the vinaigrette, just a pinch of salt, and that's it. Another concept regards fat. So not all fat is bad. We do want to stay away from saturated and trans fat. And we want to consume more of the healthy fats. So the healthy fats in this recipe, it comes from the extra virgin olive oil that has significant monounsaturated and some polyunsaturated fats, and fat coming from the edamame. The edamame actually has polyunsaturated fats and has both omega-3 and omega-6. And next concept really focuses on the carbohydrates, specifically fiber. So when we think of carbohydrates, we tend to think more of grains and breads and legumes, but it's also important to know that carbohydrates exist in fruits and vegetables. Although the fruits and vegetables may not have as much fiber content as, let's say, compared to a brand product, including a diverse selection of fruits and vegetables daily will help increase fiber intake. So now we'll actually get to make the dish. So first we're actually going to start and cook the edamame. Pour that right into a saucepan. And then we're going to set this to a medium heat so that it can boil. While that begins to boil, we're going to cut up our cabbage. So the cabbage I just cut, when I had the whole cabbage, I cut it right in half, and then I came with a half, which then I cut into a quarter. So now with the cabbage, we're just going to thinly slice it, and then we're going to dice it up. Just easier that way. now concerning quality characteristics of the dish. First, it's aesthetic. It has a brightness to it. You can see all the colors, the bright purple, the orange, the greens, and you can just see the edamame mixed throughout the dish. Regarding its smell, it has a garlic smell to it, mostly primarily coming from the vinaigrette. It also has an herbal smell that's due to the herbs from the oregano and thyme, and also has a sweetness to it. The taste, I've had this dish so many times, so it's fresh, it's citrusy, it's sweet, it's a little bit tangy again, coming from the ingredients found in the vinaigrette, as well as the apple and the carrots. The texture, in terms of its texture, it has a crunch, it's crispy, mostly due to the raw cabbage and raw apple, and a bit tender from the edamame and the carrots. So concerning macronutrients, all are present: protein, fat, and carbohydrates. Regarding protein, edamame is the main source of protein. It is a complete protein, so it contains all the essential amino acids that we need for bodily functions. Regarding fat, fat is coming from the extra virgin olive oil and the vinaigrette, as well as the edamame. And the edamame, as stated previously, contains polyunsaturated fat, and the extra virgin olive oil contains more monounsaturated fats. Regarding carbohydrates, again, in the apples and in the carrots and in the cabbage, and there's some amounts of carbohydrates in the edamame as well. Regarding the micronutrients, first, the red cabbage, it contains vitamin C, vitamin K, folate, and it's rich in calcium. The carrots are rich in vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin B6, potassium, and phosphorus. The apples are pretty significant in vitamin A, and they have potassium and phosphorus. The edamame is rich in vitamin K, vitamin C, folate, manganese, calcium, and iron, and specifically non-heme iron, which we'll get into later. So overall, this side dish is rich in vitamin C, and this is excellent because it's an antioxidant that helps fight free radicals, and it helps boost our immune system as well. The vitamin K is important because our body needs vitamin K in order to have healthy blood clotting. It's just important to advise clients who are taking medications such as warfarin that they not consume any vitamin K products because of the drug and food interaction. Folate benefits include red blood cell production, as well as preventing birth defects such as spina bifida. This is really important to advise pregnant women, especially, that they take a supplementation throughout their course of pregnancy. Potassium promotes brain and kidney function, and it also primarily functions to regulate and maintain fluid and mineral balance as well. Some of the health benefits of phosphorus include maintaining bones and teeth, as well as kidney health. And iron. Iron is one nutrient that people across all age groups become deficient in. And it is important that we get enough iron in our diet because it is involved in the formation of hemoglobin. It's important to distinguish between non-heme and heme iron. Heme iron found in animal products, and non-heme found in plant sources. So the purpose of this recipe and how it is suitable for clients or patients, if we have a client who is on a low sodium or has hypertension, they want to follow a diet that contains low sodium, and this is a perfect side dish because it can be used on the side with something like chicken or fish or steak, and as those products being served as the main entree, they most likely will have a higher sodium content, so having the side dish low in sodium will help balance the whole meal out. This dish is also great for those who are on a gluten-free diet. Everyone's looking for gluten-free everything, so this meets the needs of that, especially for people who have celiac disease or gluten intolerance. And this recipe is also suitable for vegetarians. If we have a vegetarian client, it's important to advise them and educate them about vitamin mineral deficiencies such as iron depletion. That's one of the main concerns in vegetarians, and we want to help them identify the sources of non-heme and heme. And although the edamame does contain some iron, it can't be relied on heavily because non-heme is not absorbed as easily in the body as heme is. So addressing that will help vegetarians make right choices, and hopefully they can include a iron supplementation as well. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did, and thank you for your time.